Okay, so you're dreaming about that incredible luxury villa in Phuket. Fantastic. But pretty quickly, you hit that classic fork in the road.
The big one.
Yeah. Do you go for that absolute beachfront spot, right on the sand? Or do you aim higher for that amazing hillside escape with the massive views?
It's a fundamental choice, really. Two totally different ways to experience paradise. And honestly, it often shapes whether the whole investment, the whole feel, matches what you pictured.
Exactly. So today, we're going to try and cut through some of the noise. We've got some really solid information here.
We do. This comes from deep analysis by the team at Ocean Worldwide. Now, they're a luxury real estate agency, actually based right there in Phuket, Phuket, since way back in 2004.
Wow, that's some serious experience.
It is. Sandra O'Neill is the director, and she's personally helped, literally thousands of families and investors navigate this exact beachfront versus hillside question over the years.
Okay, so they really know their stuff. That gives us a great foundation for this deep dive.
Absolutely.
Our mission, then, is pretty clear. Let's unpack what makes each location truly unique. Not just the glossy photos, but, the real stuff. Views, yes, but also privacy, getting around, and crucially, the money side, costs and upkeep.
Let's dive in. Maybe start with the sheer attraction of the location itself. The views, the general vibe.
Good idea. So, beachfront. The appeal there feels, well, almost primal, doesn't it? It's about being in it.
Totally. It's emotional,
Yeah.
sensory. It's not just near the sea, it's immersion. When we talk true beachfront,
Yep.
you're buying that ability to live right where the land kisses the water.
And that direct access, that's a killer feature for so many people, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
You skip all the hassle, packing bags, finding parking, lugging stuff. You just step
Okay.
out onto the sand, early morning swim, sunset walk. It's right there.
The ocean becomes part of your home, literally an extension of the deck or garden.
Yeah. And the views.
Intimate, unobstructed, panoramic, but close-up panoramic, if that makes sense. You hear the waves constantly. That gentle soundscape that really defines the classic, luxury tropical escape people dream of.
Plus, the vibe can be different too, right? More connected.
Often, yeah. Beachfront spots tend to be closer to little hubs, maybe local markets, cafes, amenities. Daily life can feel a bit more effortless sometimes.
Okay, so that's beachfront. Immediate, sensory, connected. Now, flip side, hillside. That feels like it's all about perspective, elevation.
Perspective is a great word for it. You're
Yeah.
stepping back, moving up. It becomes less about the intimate connection and more about the grand overview.
Like a private lookout post.
Exactly. The views change completely. You get these sweeping coastal vistas, the whole landscape laid out below you.
More dramatic, maybe.
Definitely more dramatic. You can see weather moving in from miles away, watch storms brew over the ocean. And the sunsets, they can be absolutely theatrical from up high. The light spills across everything, the distant water glinting. It's quite something.
But it's not just the view you're buying up there, is it? It's seclusion.
Ah, yes. That's a huge part of the hillside appeal. You're physically removed from the main paths, the crowds. It naturally offers more privacy. It feels like your own personal sanctuary.
A real escape.
Mm-hmm. And there's a practical perk, too, often overlooked. The microclimate.
Oh, how so?
Higher elevations in places like Phuket often catch more consistent breezes. You get better natural airflow. It can feel noticeably cooler, more comfortable, especially compared to down near the coast where it can get quite humid and still.
So potentially less reliance on air conditioning, maybe?
Potentially, yeah. It just creates a more pleasant living environment, especially during the hotter times of the year.
Interesting. Okay. Cooler air, more comfort. But let's talk practicalities again. Privacy. You mentioned Hillside offers more natural privacy. What about beachfront? You hinted there might be a catch.
There is, and it's a really important legal point in Thailand. The analysis from Ocean Worldwide makes this crystal clear. All beaches are public property.
Ah. So even with a luxury villa right on the sand.
Your villa, your grounds, your pool, that's all private, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the actual beach, the sand right at the water's edge, that's public access by law. People have the right to walk along there right in front of your property.
So, true. Uninterrupted privacy right at the water. Not guaranteed.
Not fully guaranteed, no. So if absolute uncompromised seclusion is like your number one priority.
Then the hillside inherently has the edge just by being set back and elevated.
Exactly. You're traded that immediate beach access for more guaranteed physical distance from, well, everyone else.
Okay, that makes sense. Which leads us nicely into the other big practical trade-off. Getting around accessibility. That's got to be different.
Oh, hugely different. And it's all down to the terrain. Beachfront locations, Generally much simpler.
Right, usually closer to the main roads.
Typically, yes. Flatter access. So getting
Got it.
taxis using ride-sharing apps,
Yeah,
it's usually pretty straightforward. The drivers know the areas, access is easy.
okay. Contrast that with the hills. Those amazing views must come with, well, challenging roads.
They often do. Steep, winding roads are common. And that can be tricky, especially, as you might guess, during the rainy season.
Slippery, maybe washouts.
Both can happen, yeah. Minor washouts,
Hmm.
very slippery conditions. It's not just a minor inconvenience. It can actually dictate what you drive.
Like you need a specific type of vehicle.
Pretty much. Renting
Oh.
something suitable, like an SUV with good tires, good grip, decent clearance,
Yeah.
it becomes almost essential for stress-free driving.
Okay.
Or the most hassle-free option, which the source material highlights, is simply hiring a private driver for your stay.
Hmm.
Someone local, reliable, who knows the roads inside out.
Okay, but hiring a driver adds a whole other layer of cost, doesn't it?
It does. You have to factor that in. What kind of budget are we talking?
Yeah, roughly.
The analysis suggests budgeting somewhere between, say, 2,000 to 3,500 Thai baht per day for a reliable car and driver.
Per day. Okay, that's not insignificant, especially over a longer holiday or if you're thinking about running costs for a rental property.
Exactly. It adds up. It's like a logistical tax you pay for that incredible elevated seclusion.
A seclusion tax. I like that. Okay, so that cost implication leads us straight into the big financial picture, investment and upkeep. Let's start with the upfront cost. Beachfront versus Hillside.
Beachfront. Almost invariably the most expensive entry point. It commands a serious premium.
Why is that? Just demand.
High demand, yes, but also incredibly limited supply.
Hmm.
There's only so much actual beachfront land. Plus, you're paying for that unique, irreplaceable value of immediate sea access. It's exclusivity scarcity that drives the price way up.
Makes sense. So the flip side is Hillside properties.
Generally offer a more accessible price point. For the same amount of money, you can often get significantly more space. A larger villa, maybe a bigger plot of land, compared to a smaller beachfront unit.
So better value in terms of square footage or land size, potentially.
Potentially, yes. If maximizing space for your budget is key, Hillside is often the way to go.
Now, what about rental potential? Do they attract different kinds of renters?
They really do. And this is fascinating from an investment angle. Beachfront properties are, magnets for the classic holidaymaker.
People wanting that postcard-perfect tropical escape.
Exactly. Easy beach access, convenience. This allows owners to often charge the highest nightly rates, especially during peak season.
Okay. And Hillside. Who's renting those?
It's often a different crowd. More niche, perhaps, but still very lucrative. Think people actively seeking privacy, deep tranquility.
Wellness retreats, maybe?
Precisely.
Mm.
Wellness groups, yoga retreats, or even high net worth individuals who just want to be completely undisturbed. For them, seclusion trumps immediate beach access.
So can the rental yields actually compare, even with maybe lower nightly rates sometimes?
They absolutely can. A really well-designed, well-located hillside villa, especially one with truly spectacular views, can achieve rental yields that rival beachfront. You might have slightly lower peak nightly rates, but potentially higher occupancy from longer stays or specialized groups. And crucially, you're balancing that against the lower initial purchase price.
All right, the return on investment calculation looks different.
Very different. It's not always about the absolute highest nightly rate.
Okay, let's talk upkeep. Maintenance. Thailand's environment. It's beautiful but harsh. Beachfront first. What are the big enemies there?
Salt and humidity. Constantly.
Right.
Extremely. You're fighting constant salt spray landing on everything. Metal fixtures, railings, window frames, gates, they corrode much faster.
Yeah.
Paintwork degrades quicker. You ignore it even for a short while and things start looking shabby. Or worse, structurally compromised.
So a really rigorous, probably expensive maintenance schedule is non-negotiable.
Absolutely. Proactive is key. Okay, now shift that focus uphill. What challenges do hillside properties face?
Different set of issues, I imagine.
Different, but just as demanding. Strong
Yeah.
winds are a factor at elevation. That puts strain on roofs, windows, increases the risk of leaks or damage over time.
And water. Rain.
Huge factor. Heavy rainfall means significant water runoff. So you need incredibly robust, well-designed, and crucially well-maintained drainage systems. Get that wrong. And you risk water pooling, erosion, even foundational issues.
Plus, surely just keeping the jungle back.
Yeah.
Vegetation.
Oh yeah, that's ongoing. You need constant landscape management to stop the surrounding vegetation from encroaching, blocking those expensive views, or even causing damp issues. It's just a different kind of battle compared to sweeping sand and fighting rust.
So it's not necessarily cheaper upkeep on the hill, just different upkeep.
Exactly. The costs might balance out, but what you're spending money on is different. Coastal protection versus drainage and landscaping. Smart investors budget for the specific environmental challenge they'll face.
This gives such great clarity on the practical side. Okay, let's tie it all together. Lifestyle match. Who is each type of villa really for?
Based on everything we've seen in the analysis,
Yeah.
Beachfront really shines for those who put a premium on effortless living, immediate convenience.
Families, maybe, with young kids.
Ideal for them, yeah. That instant beach access means easy supervision, quick trips back to the villa for snacks, naps, whatever. It just removes a layer of logistical hassle.
Makes total sense. And Hillside, who's the perfect fit there?
It seems tailored for the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
The real privacy seeker, people planning romantic escapes, or as we mentioned, anyone focused on wellness, meditation, that kind of thing.
Where the environment itself contributes to the goal.
Right. The secluded, calming surroundings are really conducive to quiet contemplation, yoga. You're actively choosing to step away from the bustle.
So it really boils down to personal priorities, doesn't it?
That's the absolute final summary. Your choice hinges entirely on what you value most. Is it the immediate beach access, the lively vibe, the convenience? Or is it that profound sense of seclusion, the cooler breezes, those truly expansive elevated views over the entire landscape? Both offer incredible luxury, no doubt, but they enable two fundamentally distinct ways of living and experiencing Phuket.
Well, hopefully this deep dive has given you, our listener, some real clarity on what each choice involves, practically, financially, and in terms of lifestyle. And remember, this isn't just guesswork. This insight comes directly from the long experience and analysis of Ocean Worldwide.
That's right. They've been Phuket's luxury property specialists since 2004, with Fandra O'Neill leading the way. Real on-the-ground expertise.
And for anyone listening who wants to explore options further, maybe talk to an expert who really understands these nuances.
You can check out their dedicated site. It's oceanwwp.com.
Perfect. Okay, before we finish, one last thing to chew on, a final thought for you.
Ooh, okay.
We talked about the terrain differences, accessibility, and specifically that need sometimes for a special vehicle or even a full-time driver for those hillside spots.
Right, the seclusion tax.
Exactly. So here's the question to haul over. How might that constant need for transport, being driven everywhere, or needing that specific SUV, how might that affect the total feeling, the perceived luxury of that secluded hillside escape? Does relying on external transport, in a way, chip away at the very sense of freedom and independence you were probably seeking up there in the first place?
That's a really interesting point to consider. Does the solution create a new, subtle constraint? Something to think about.